trash cans never even moved. But all this damage in like 5 minutes.
Right now at 4, neighbors cleaning up after strong winds blow through the valley. We'll take a look at the damage.
And more storms today, but could they be as severe as the ones yesterday? I'll have that coming up.
Taking the stand, our 8 News Now investigators with why the man accused in Tupac Shakur's murder won't get a new trial in a different case.
Plus, Nevada lawmakers calling out Republican leaders in Congress as they're on the verge of passing President Trump's spending bill.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now. Live, vocal, now.
Right now at 4 o'clock, wind and rain leaving a trail of storm damage all across the valley. Crews here cutting down fallen trees and cleaning up after strong winds blew through. And all that wind also leaving tens of thousands of us without power. We, of course, thank you for joining us here at 4. I'm David Charles.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. We do have team coverage tonight. Chief Meteorologist Ted Florendo tracking the storms, and 8 News Now reporter Joshua Piguero assessing the damage. But first, let's check in with 8 News Now reporter Nick Summer, checking in on areas where crews are working on those power lines. Nick.
The cleanup continues here at Tropicana in Pecos after Tuesday's powerful storm. The winds reaching up to 70 miles per hour in some areas, snapping poles like right here and bringing down 60 power lines across the valley.
They all need to be replaced. Most of them were put here in the 60s and the 70s. They're soaked in creosote, and they're all bending.
At this intersection of Tropicana and Pecos, utility poles snapped like twigs, leaving a mess of wires on the ground and forcing major road closures. Don Barker lives in the area. He lost power at his home for 5 hours, but says that was not the situation for his parents, who live nearby in an apartment complex.
My parents are in their 70s. My mother, she's hooked up to an oxygen machine, and there's nowhere to plug it in, and that's what I'm going to do this week, is try to find some emergency place besides the hospital that we can get batteries or something.
Power went out not only in homes and apartment complexes, but businesses too. Loretta Burrell is the manager at 7-Eleven.
It happened like shortly after 2, and then one of my workers called like, oh, the pole was down. I asked them how, it was like the wind. And so it was just like, I was like, okay, like we got to figure something out. And then this morning I was just like, yeah, it's not going to come back up.
Burrell says her biggest concern had been making sure the food at her store stays fresh.
I had to mainly check on the food because we have hot food that be cold dates, so it can't really be out too long or unrefrigerated, honestly. So I'm honestly just checking around the store just for stuff that's out of code.
Utility crews have been working around the clock to restore service. At the height of the storm, more than 33,000 NV Energy customers were without power. Juan de la Cruz with Herc Rentals was helping many resume power by delivering generators.
We got to come out here and power some 7-Elevens. We got 2 to do. Also, we got some body shop down the street that we got to power as well. With all this, disaster with the wind last night.
There were reported 60 poles that came down Tuesday. We asked NV Energy why. They say severe weather caused majority of the poles to fall, and in some cases, trees and other items fall into line. And when one pole starts to fall, it can create tension on the neighboring pole. That's why we see so many poles down in a row. Reporting live near Tropicana in Pecos, Nick Summer, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Nick. The RTC advising drivers that traffic signals may be impacted from those outages as well. David?
Wind damaging many homes, with one house seeing quite a bit of damage. 8 News Now reporter Joshua Piguero continuing our team coverage. He joins us live from that home near Las Vegas Boulevard and Wigwam. Joshua.
David, I want you to take a look at here. Look at this twisted metal that's right beside someone's house. Now, this may not look like it, but this is actually someone's patio and the awning that covers the patio. Now, I spoke to the homeowner who told me last night was terrifying.
When the storm started, it was just a little breeze, and then I got up and looked in my sliding glass door, and all it was this big wall of brown coming right at me.
The brown Sylvia Smith is describing was a dust cloud similar to this one recorded Tuesday from the tarmac of Harry Reid International Airport. And this one as well, sent by a viewer.
I never heard wind like that. It felt like it was a downdraft or a wind shear or something.
Smith waited out the storm for 5 minutes in the middle of her house. When things calmed down, she stepped out of her home and noticed her front porch was gone.
I thought just the awning went, but it was everything that made it a porch.
Everything that made it a porch, wind took. And now it's sitting behind your house. The wind carried her awning and it crashed down on her neighbor's roof, with the force bringing down his awning. A cardboard box has now replaced what was a bedroom window. On the mobile home lot where Smith lives, her home took the brunt of the damage.
It was just, the whole thing was just very frightening. But I'm okay, and my cat's okay. Everything will eventually be okay.
Now, as you can see, that's a cardboard box covering her neighbor's window. In the meantime, Sylvia Smith tells me she has an adjuster that will come out and assess this damage in the next 2 to 3 days. Reporting live near Las Vegas Boulevard and Wingman, Joshua Peguero, 8 News Now. Back to you.
Joshua, thank you. And Joshua tells us that thankfully no one was hurt in that incident. The National Weather Service calls what happened yesterday as a dry microburst. That's basically a sudden downburst of wind.
A live look outside with our Red Rock Tower cam. Beautiful out there, just some cloud cover. Chief Meteorologist Ted Florendo tracking any changes we're in for, Ted.
Yeah, guys, we're watching the radar for sure for more storms to develop. We're seeing them out there, but I want to focus on what happened. Yeah, we just talked about that microburst. Basically, we've got one storm or several storms that focus on one certain area, less than 2 miles wide. The downburst of those winds come down, and as they do, they shoot outwards. And like we said, just a localized area. Those winds are strong enough when they shoot outwards that they can actually down trees, power lines, and even planes. And that's exactly what we got with those microbursts. They're rare. They happen out here during monsoon season, but they're rare, and we had one happen yesterday. Look at these wind gusts we had, 72 miles per hour at Henderson Airport. Notice these other wind gusts in the high 60s right around that 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock time frame, right when we saw those dry microbursts. Outside right now, we're out of triple digits, 90 degrees, the humidity at 26%. So that's showing us the air is saturated, and that allows those thunderstorms to develop, and we're seeing that rain hit the ground. Now, what we've been seeing the past 3 hours are training showers and storms, mainly showers, but not strong enough to bring us any flooding. So they're hitting and then they're brief and they're out of here. And that's now allowing any flooding to occur. Thankfully, we do not want that. But as you take a look at the radar, still a lot of action in Arizona and Utah, a lot of lightning strikes. And I'm watching this cell right around county line here between Nye and Clark County. We're seeing some rain push up along State Route 160. Are there more chances for storms for this evening? The answer is yes. Could we see some tomorrow and the 4th of July? I have that and more, all coming up in your most accurate weather just minutes away. Don't miss it. Kirsten, over to you.
Thank you, Ted. At last check, fewer than 1,500 customers remain without power across the valley. NV working on some 73 outages that impact many different homeowners and businesses.
I can't unhear what I heard, so have you? I'm answering the question, yeah. Okay. Because I can't hear what I unheard. And you like to play like these games to make twists, turns, and words and things.
Well, that is the son of the man accused of orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur taking the witness stand as his father asks a judge for a new trial. 8 News Now investigators, the only TV station in that courtroom this morning, as Duane Davis Jr. told the judge he heard jurors discussing his father's battery case before they reached a verdict. In April, that jury found Davis guilty of taking part in a jail fight. In the days after, Davis's attorney said Duane Davis Jr. and a documentarian overheard jurors talking about the case in a hallway when they shouldn't. The judge repeatedly warning them don't talk about it. But today, that judge called everyone back. You see all of them here, and prosecutors asked each juror on the record. Now, we were ordered not to show the jurors' faces or reveal their names.
I did not say anything about the case. I didn't even know anything about Mr. Davis prior to after the case was over.
No juror testifying today said that they talked about the case when they shouldn't have, and that led the judge to deny a request for a new trial. Now, that judge will sentence Davis for that fight coming up here in August. The trial in the murder case is scheduled to begin next year.
A judge setting bail for the man charged in the death of Reba, the bulldog. Isaac LaShaw facing an animal abuse charge after the dog was found sealed in a plastic tub in extreme heat and passed away last July. LaShaw's bail set at $100,000. He remains behind bars. His jury trial scheduled for August. The other person charged in this case, 30-year-old Markeisha Foster, who agreed to a plea deal for a lesser charge, and she is currently out of jail.
Right now, a live look at Capitol Hill, where lawmakers are trying to win over holdouts in their party to pass President Trump's budget bill. Now, some conservative Republicans say the bill just adds too much to our national deficit. Nonpartisan analysts say the so-called Big Beautiful Bill will add more than $3 trillion to our nation's debt over the next decade. President Trump and House Republican leaders determined to pass the bill as written. They're trying to do it today or tomorrow. This bill extends various tax breaks passed in the president's first term, plus some temporary and new ones. We're talking about tax breaks on tips, overtime. We reported on that for months now, and also tax breaks for car buyers.
Democratic Senator Catherine Cortez Masto slamming the bill during a call with reporters today. She says it will force more than 100,000 Nevadans to lose their health care. She also said it will likely make health care for those who don't receive government services more expensive.
This bill is the largest transfer of wealth from the poor and the working class to the very, very wealthy in this country. And they are doing that transfer of wealth on the backs of health care, on food assistance, and so many other things that many Nevadans rely on.
A representative from UFC says the cuts are very concerning because she says people won't even seek care.
Sean Diddy Combs will not get out of jail anytime soon because a judge denied his bond until he is officially sentenced.
A jury found him guilty on 2 of the 5 charges, but acquitted him of the more serious charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. For weeks, prosecutors tried to convince jurors that Combs was the leader of a criminal enterprise. The jury hearing testimony from 2 of his former girlfriends, including singer Cassie.
She was pleased that he's been found guilty and held responsible of 2 federal crimes, something that he's never been held responsible in his entire life.
A judge could sentence Combs to up to 10 years in prison for each charge he was convicted of.
Next here at 4 o'clock, some funding for CCSD under review. We will explain just how much.
Plus, the innovative way emergency rooms are jump-starting a path to recovery. You're watching 8 News Now at 4. We are live, local now.